You're listening to an Accent Productions podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Moody&D. I'm your humble dungeon master, Reese Amstez. Can we get a walk around to the table of our players?
I'm Christian Majewski, also known as Klaus.
I am Rachel McKelvey, known as Prof. Mac, and I play Audra.
I'm Samuel Bowen, and I play Ima.
Wonderful. So, picking up from where we last left off, last episode, the party was continuing to push further into the dungeon, and they happened upon a series of mirrors, which revealed to them, the first of which at least, revealed to them their greatest fears. After Ima, in frustration and a fit of what might have been near rage, but not quite rage, just a desire to help, attempted to break through the mirror, and without succeeding, the party continued to move forward, finding in a room adjacent a mirror that showed them their greatest desire. Only Ima saw that, and elected to leave. The party then continued further into the dungeon, and encountered, down a very long hallway, a massive stone statue with a sword pointing down into the ground and a skeleton stuck on that sword. When I believe it was Klaus went over to investigate, the statue came to life, began moving, and combat ensued. They dealt quickly with it, although there may have been a couple close calls. And now the party has bed down to take a long rest before continuing further into the dungeon. And that is where you are now.
May I just just put this in here? Klaus slew the golem, and so you can now call him Klaus the Destroyer or Klaus the Slayer. Just putting that out there.
No.
That's great. Nice to know, Klaus.
You're welcome.
All right, so do y'all intend to take watches while long rest is occurring, or are y'all just going to go straight to sleep?
I will take the first watch.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That's good.
19.
Okay. As you just sit in the dark for a very, very long time. 2-3 hours go by. It's quiet. You hear from the distance the occasional... Oh boy.
That was a mistake.
The occasional thud.
The occasional thud of headphones hitting a table. And you hear the occasional dripping of something somewhere in here. And a gentle skittering from somewhere. From something.
Do I have any... because do I have dark vision?
You do
No, I
not.
I am the only one with dark vision.
That's right.
Klaus is the only one
Wait,
with dark-
we still have
you have your
the
torch.
torch.
Your torch is not going to last you forever. After 2 to 3 hours, that torch is burning pretty dang close to your hands.
Do we have another torch?
All
Yeah.
of you should have 10 torches. It's basic adventuring gear.
I
Do
have
we-
9 more.
Oh, okay. I'm going to add that to my bag, and I light another torch.
Cool. All right, so you've got a torch in hand.
In listening, can I tell where the sound is coming from? Like, is it... From what I remember, we're like in a corner, right?
Yeah, so you guys have... basically, the hallway extends into nothing. It looks like the end of the hallway was just the statue. The statue was the feature of that hallway. And so... you guys have sort of gotten to where the statue was, and it's still sitting about 25 feet down the way, just sort of fallen over and broken. And you are just, so to your right and your left are walls. Behind you is a wall. Everything's closed off, and you're just sort of looking down this hallway. It's about 15 feet wide. And so what you see in front of you is at the very far end of the hall on your right side, there's a single opening, and on your left side there are 2 openings, and the very far end of that, there's a door. And you cannot tell based on the sound alone, because it's just sort of echoing, because it's all made of stone here, and those sounds bounce really easily. You can't tell exactly where it's coming from with a 19.
Okay. Then I am going to sit and pull out my crossbow. Not crossbow, my short bow.
Mhm. Yeah.
And just watch.
All right, cool. I need you to roll a d4 for me.
Oh boy. Oh.
Ugh, a 1.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
Oh no.
Yay.
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
Do I
Unlucky
sleep?
dice.
You have Sentry's Rest.
Okay, so I do sleep for a little bit.
You do not sleep. You enter a catatonic state in which you are fully aware of your surroundings but do not move for 4 hours, I believe it was.
Okay, so
How
like
far
a
in?
really long nap.
Kind of, but you're awake.
You basically just
You sit there and you stare into space for 4 hours.
You're
So me and a block class is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm glad I've never. No, I had you for a block class.
Not that one.
it's basically your night paralysis, but for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could have positioned yourself to be watching as well and listening. So you could roll a perception check if you wanted to.
So dumb. I'm rolling my eyes so hard right now. Why is Audra the only one awake?
Well, technically he's awake, kind of, because he can leave his Sentry's Rest at any point in time. He just has to start over if he leaves it.
Okay. How far into the rest was this?
This is about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So if he jumps out now, he'll still have another 5.5 to complete it.
16.
16. You hear skittering. You definitely can't tell what direction it is, and it's a little bit quieter. So, like, when you enter your Sentry's Rest, it's sort of like things get a little dulled, and so you can't quite pierce through it to perceive exactly what's going on here. It could just be noises from the caverns.
So if I wake up and not like do a whole lot, would that kind of still work?
The second you break the Sentry's Rest, you have to start over.
That's unfortunate. Okay, he'll just stay
Okay.
shut off.
Turned off.
Got my short bow out.
As you are waiting in the darkness, just sort of being on guard, the skittering gets a little bit louder. It seems to get closer. It seems to be a bit more present. And you see, as you're looking out from the one opening on the right side near the end of the tunnel, there's a small little skeletal head. About this big, this long.
About 4 inches.
Yeah, it's really. I forget that that's not helpful to our online listeners. Yeah, So it's a. You see the head, the skeletal head, of what you would know is a tiny little velociraptor.
Oh.
Just about 1.5 feet tall. Just sort of peeks through, looks down the hallway, sees you, or seemingly sees you. You can't quite read whether it's actually, because it doesn't have eyes. And then it pokes back around the door. And then it comes back through the doorway with 2 more and begins walking in your direction.
Are they in across the way or straight file line?
They are sort of spread out, walking in your direction.
Okay. How far away are they?
They are currently about 25 feet away. They don't seem to quite recognize you, whether it be as a threat or just at all. You can't quite tell. They don't seem to have identified you as something they need to attack yet.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to use my chameleon abilities and blend into the stone.
Okay.
And still have my short bow ready.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
It's pitch dark, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I thought I had a torch.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's right. You do
Never
have a
mind.
torch.
Sorry.
So now there's a floating torch.
No, it's in the, like I thought I said it on the ground.
Oh,
No.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. Help me out here.
So basically now
Every
everybody can
single
just
time
see
you said
me.
I have a torch, you held an imaginary torch. So I'm like, is Sandra just trying to blend in and then like be like,
A floating
yes, this is or like back up to the wall and
Yes,
be like,
make
it's
a
just
stand.
it's on the wall.
I am a torch now.
No. I'm gonna set it because we're near like the statue is on the platform.
The statue was on the platform, is no longer on the
Yes.
platform.
So the torch is on the platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
So basically it's just lighting up me and Ima.
Yeah.
you said stealth.
Yeah.
Ooh, 26.
Okay. Okay. You do not appear to be noticed.
I look like a statue.
Yes.
So the only person in danger is Klaus.
I mean, I'm sitting up straight in like kind of like a just sitting position in a corner, laid back, sleeping with like a bunch of bottles and rocks around me.
Yeah.
Like I set up a bunch of bottles and rocks behind the platform of the statue in the corner.
Okay. I understand what you're saying here. Okay.
While
So yeah.
I was going to say, if I move, do I have to do another stealth check? If I'm like
Yes,
blended
you would
into
have
the
to
wall?
do another stealth check if you are going to move because you are not obscured and you are holding a torch. And so the only thing providing you the ability to stealth right now is the fact that you're trying to blend in with the wall.
Okay, perfect.
So if you move, that will be another stealth check.
Okay. We're 2.5 hours in. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at right now.
Cool. Okay.
Still keeping an eye on the things
on
as they
the-
move.
On the velociraptors.
Oh, I guess this is me on the wall.
Klaus, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is a 12, a crispy 12.
Okay. Audrey, you see the velociraptors continue to move in your direction. They do not notice you. You do not appear to be anything that they would be not used to. They see you in the corner, and they see you, Klaus. They begin, Audrey, you see this walking towards Klaus slowly, not walking on any of those rocks and bottles, avoiding things, sneaking up.
So they're smart.
Oh shit. And they bite me.
Klaus, what is your armor class?
15.
The minute
Okay.
they chomp down, I'm going to release an arrow.
Okay. Here's
if
what
they
we're
try
gonna
and
do.
bite. If they
Here's
try.
what we're gonna do.
Shoots me in the foot.
Because you had a prepared action, I'm gonna have you roll initiative, and then these things roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, I like this dice a lot. Okay.
Okay.
20.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna roll initiative for them. That would be an 11. So, because one of them had the chance to bite Klaus, and you were reacting to that, that bite is still gonna go through. That was an
Okay.
18 to hit.
Okay.
And I'm going to imagine that probably hits you, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So you are going to take 7 points of damage.
Of course.
Ugh.
You guys have not gotten your long rest, by the way.
Yep. And I wake up, I'm guessing.
Yes, you definitely wake up. Something small has just bitten into your shin.
Nice.
And so you feel teeth holding in, and that is not something that's supposed to happen while you're sleeping and being protected by your party members.
Sorry.
This is why I have trust issues.
And so,
I just
Audra, you get an attack roll. We're going top of the initiative order now.
15 to hit?
15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
What-
You,
Which one are you hitting, by the way?
The one that just bit Klaus.
yes.
Okay.
You were hidden, so you get sneak attack.
So that's 2d6?
Yes, and you also get to roll with advantage. And do that in case you roll a natural 20, just to see if maybe you crit.
No.
Okay, cool. You still hit.
Okay, perfect. Oh, what?
I was an adventurer just like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
9.
9 points of damage. Okay,
To the
you take your arrow, very precisely aimed, right through the skull. The skull pops off. The body is still moving, though. It is very clearly close to not being here anymore, but it is just barely holding together.
So wait, so there's just the skull embedded in my shin right now?
Yes. And an arrow right in between your legs.
Nice.
I'll, sorry. Do that, and then I go, Ima! Trying to wake him up.
I'll
Ima,
wake
you
up
hear
if I
that. You can just end your sentry's rest.
Yeah.
All right. You two join initiative order now.
Wow, that was really good.
Oh, dear.
15 for me.
Okay.
20.
All right. Which of you has the higher dex? Oh, why am I even asking? Audra, you're first in initiative order. Ima, you're second. Klaus, you're third. And these creatures are going to go last. Because of the fact that you two have both been woken up, we will put you in initiative order next round. These three creatures are still going to get their attacks off. You have revealed your position. Two of them are going to scamper over and try to attack you now.
Did they pass by me at all?
Where were you located? You did not give me a location.
I was imagining I'd be.
Corner? Where? You got the pedestal. Klaus is set up in a corner right around here with bottles, and there's one whose head is stuck in here. Audra is somewhere along this wall. Were you thinking corner or like center?
I was thinking by the pedestal.
You were thinking like right by the pedestal?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I was thinking center just because I need the light.
Cool.
to see.
Okay. So if you were thinking by the pedestal, you two are probably centered in the room. You're just closer to the pedestal and she's closer to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So yes, they would. Actually, they would not pass by it. They would not pass within 5 feet of you, so you do not get an opportunity attack. That is going to be. Oh boy. Audra, you are going to take 2 attacks from each of them.
Wait.
What?
I beg your pardon? Did you?
What?
No, it's fine.
What?
Nothing.
No fair.
That would be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
Oh, just misses.
Cool.
somehow.
That is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
The next one is, I'm going to say a 12 probably doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
Wonderful. All right. That is, so one comes up and attempts to bite down into her leg and misses and then just scratches your leg. It does not do as much damage as you thought it would. The next one comes up and tries to bite you and misses again. That's another 12. You're much taller than they are. They're just a foot and a half. So it's kind of like just like chickens trying to attack you. You're just like, kick it away. And then the next one is a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, so again, bites, swings wide and misses, claws, does not make contact. And then there's the one who is right next to you, Klaus. It does not have a head anymore, so it can't make a bite attack, so it's just going to make a claw attack against you. And that is a natural 20.
It's okay. You have one of the little.
How about
herbs.
I die tonight?
No, you have one of the herbs, Klaus.
Yeah, but the herbs will not give me much if I'm dead.
And that's max damage.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
How much is it exactly?
10 points.
Okay, I have fallen unconscious.
Okay, Klaus is unconscious. Top of initiative order, Audra. You see Klaus go unconscious. You see
I go limp.
the one is still attacking him. And then there are the 2 in front of you. What do you want to do?
I am going to throw a dagger at the one that's still attacking Klaus.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Ooh. 19.
That definitely hits. You do not have to roll damage because it had 1 hit point left, which is why its head fell off.
Okay, perfect.
You throw a dagger, it shatters what remains of the skeleton. Now Klaus has a dagger and an arrow in between his legs.
And then can I take the second dagger to slam down at the one that tried to bite me?
Yes, go for it. You do not get sneak attack.
That's fine. Is there an attack bonus for the dagger?
It should be the same as everything else you have.
Okay.
Dex plus proficiency.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I really like this dice. 20.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. And then 1d4. 3.
Okay.
Plus dex?
Yeah, it should be 3 plus dex. It's your dexterity modifier.
6.
Actually, wait. Technically, no, because that's an offhanded attack, and you do not add your dexterity modifier to offhanded attacks unless you have the dual weapon fighting style.
Fancy.
The more you know.
Okay, Ima, it is your turn.
Okay.
Unless, Audrey, you want to move.
I would like to move.
Where would you like to go?
Am I going... will there be attacks of opportunity?
There will be 2 attacks of opportunity made against you.
I would like to walk towards Klaus so I can grab the herbs the next time and shove it in his mouth.
Okay, sounds good. There will be 2 attacks of opportunity made against you, but you can get over there easily.
Okay.
That is an 11, which I know doesn't hit, and the next one was a 20, which should hit. You are going to take 4 points of piercing damage as one bites into your heel as you walk away. Ima, it is now your turn. Which would you like to do? The 2 little dinosaur velociraptor undead things are near the wall, and you have a clear view of them, and nobody is within 10 feet of them right now.
Okay. So he'll wake up, make what looks like a finger gun, and cast fire bolts.
Cool. Make an attack roll. Are you aiming for the one that Audra has already tried to damage and stabbed on the top of the head, or are you aiming for the one that is still full health?
I'll go for the damaged one.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
12.
That just misses.
Dang. Can I then use my movement to place myself between them and Adra?
Yes, absolutely you can. All right.
Cool.
Klaus, I need you to make a death save.
Death save. Let's go.
Come on, Klaus.
10 or more saves, right?
10 or more saves. Natural 20 brings you back to 1 hit point.
2.
That's a failure.
You can stop talking now.
That's a failure. Okay.
And you failed.
I failed.
What's sad is that the 2 on a die is right next to 20.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is very sad.
All right. It is now the tiny little velociraptor's turn. They want to chase after Audra, but you have gotten in the way, Ima, so they are going to go and they're going to make 4 attacks against you.
Oh.
That is an 18 to hit.
That one hits?
All right. You feel a little bite. That's 7 points of damage.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
Yes!
He dies.
All right.
He bites so hard he like shatters his own jaw.
So tiny little teeth goes into you, and then he tries to make a claw, and it does not work. Second one comes up. That's a 15 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Okay. So bite comes up, cannot pierce the stone that is you, and that's a 2 plus 4, so it does not hit.
Shatters his face again.
Look at that. All right. So you are safe. Audra, is your turn.
I would like to scrounge through Klaus's clothing to find the herb.
Yes. Go ahead and make an investigation check. That is your action.
15.
I will say you find that easily, yes. And I will say you can use your bonus action since you are a rogue and you have cunning action to feed it to him. So you heal 2d4 plus 4 hit points.
D4, yes. Yes. It is a crisp 9, so I'm back to not being dead anymore.
Yay!
Wonderful. And you
like
can
that.
erase your death saves, obviously.
Yes.
That was your last herb, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Wonderful.
We in trouble.
We need to level up.
All right. It's now Velociraptor's turn.
Oh no.
Wait.
No. they
I went out of initiative order
It's-
and did Velociraptor before you. So it's Audra's turn.
No, that was
That
Audra's
my turn was reviving
So
Klaus.
it's
We did his death
Yes.
save, then
Yep.
the Velociraptors, so it's top.
No. I did
initiative.
Velociraptors, then his death save. I did that out of order.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And then we went
Oh.
to her.
It should be in
Or
order
wait.
now.
I don't know.
They-
It's your
she's the
turn,
top.
though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had the higher decks.
Yes.
Just at my turn.
Okay. Can I use my action to attempt to grapple one of them?
Yes, go ahead and make a athletics check, and then they are going to make either an acrobatics or athletics check to see if they can avoid that. Now, you can only grapple one. Which one are you trying to grapple?
I'm going for the healthier one.
Okay, go for it.
Athletics.
Yes.
12?
It's not going to beat their 21 acrobatics
Oh,
to avoid.
I see.
They rolled a natural 19. So as you go down to try and grab him, he scampers out of the way. Klaus, you are now revived, alive, and it is your turn. Audra is standing over you, taking your jaw and using it to chew up the herb.
I wake up. I see Audra. I kind of slightly push her off.
Yeah.
I get up. I look down at the dagger and the arrows and the entire action happening around me.
Yes.
And I think to myself, another typical Tuesday evening. No, but I wake up. I look at the little monsters, and it takes me about a second because I literally just slept and then fell unconscious
Right.
to realize what is going on. And as I see that,
Bleeding from your shin.
I will look at the one that's damaged, that's obviously
Yes.
has a hole in its skull,
Yes.
and I will viciously mock it.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, this is a wisdom save from them, right?
Yes. Wait, let
Okay,
me
okay.
pull that up. Make sure that it
Should
is.
be, you're a DC 13, right?
Yes.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
What
They
do you
take half
What do you
damage.
say to it?
I look it in the eye and say, "How dare you, lowly creature, attack the king while he's sleeping? Go back to the depths of hell that you came from."
And as you say that, the thing kind of looks up at you and just tilts its head like a confused dog. Just, what?
Wait, because on a saving throw, it should still take half damage, right?
Not on cantrips.
Not on cantrips, okay.
Yep, because
I mean-
cantrips are all or nothing.
Take half of
Unless
1d4
you're-
damage.
Unless you're I think it's an evocation wizard at level 6 or something like that. Yep.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna use my
You have your bonus action.
bonus action. Can I get up?
Yeah, well, that's half your movement. You can still use a bonus action to like inspire
Oh.
or something because you are.
Yeah. Then I'll inspire. Yeah, I'll inspire Adra. I will look at you, Adra. I will cup your face in my hand, and I will say, "Save your king. Do my biddings." And I will get up, and I
Audra,
will
you-
just stay in my corner.
Audra, you get to decide whether you take an inspiration on that or not. You get to decide whether you thought that was inspiring and you
It's
want to take the inspiration die.
It's an additional 1d6.
I'm going to say that I was entertained by it because Klaus thinks that he
Sure,
is my king.
sure. It's like the bard who does comedy instead.
Yes. I'll take that 1d6.
Wrong time to say
Yeah.
that as I was drinking water.
Sorry. So you have a 1d6 you can add that to. I believe it's an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw or something like
Yeah.
that. I think it's any of those, but not damage. Let's see. End of your turn, Klaus.
Mhm.
Little tiny velociraptor's going to bite you again.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a 2.
Miss.
That's a 22.
That hits.
I'm going to say that hits. So another one tries to bite in. Their teeth are not doing anything against the stone, but they are able with their claws to find just the spots where they can actually scratch and get at you. That's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, Klaus? Are you okay? Or Ima? Are you okay?
I have 5 HP. It'll be fine.
Oh no.
2 more attacks against you.
What? Oh,
Well, that's cocked.
I thought there was only one left.
There are 2 left because Klaus tried to
Ah,
viciously
that's
mock
right.
the damaged one, and the damaged one did not take any damage. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That would be 6 points of damage.
Unconscious.
I would like you to roll a d8 for me.
What?
Yeah, just roll a d8.
Okay. Don't know what this is.
Actually, roll a d20.
Oh, okay. Roll a 7.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Roll a 7. You know.
Don't roll a 7 now.
That would be bad. Okay. Come on. Do something good. 11.
Ima, how much do you weigh?
Probably a couple 100 pounds.
Also,
Like
which
400?
which way are we falling?
That's what that determined.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, only 150. What?
You're made of stone and you're 8 feet tall. You weigh 400 pounds. I am revoking that because
Yeah,
there's no
yeah,
way
no,
that works.
I wrote that in wrong.
Yeah. So both of these little things,
Yes.
you fall on top of them.
Yes.
You just straight up just. They're going to take 3d6 damage
Oh.
each.
Oh.
All right. So, as you fall, you completely crush one of them. And the other one is just barely, like, he crawls out from underneath Ima and is dang near this close to falling over. All right. Top of initiative order. Audra.
I'm going to take one of my daggers and fling it at the barely hanging
Go
on
for
one. Ooh. 14.
That hits. You do not need to roll damage.
He's gone. Bye-bye.
The dagger goes straight through his skull, catches it, and sticks into one of the cracks in the wall. We are now out of initiative order. Actually, no. We're going to stay in initiative order
Yeah.
because next in initiative is Ima with a death save.
Sad thing is, I did more damage in death than I did in life.
Well, that's not true.
17?
That's a success. All right. Next in initiative order. Klaus.
Just a quick question
Yeah.
on ruling. Doesn't he wake up after combat ends?
No, he does not.
Okay.
No, because he remains unconscious and he continues making death saves. And so what will happen is we will continue initiative order until he is either stabilized or until he stabilizes naturally or he meets his untimely end naturally, which is not the hope. Klaus, it is your turn.
I look at Adra and I say, "Are you familiar with his construction? Do you know anything about how to save him?"
That
But
is the
it's-
end of your turn.
Seriously?
You get 6 seconds.
Okay.
Dang.
You get 6 seconds. That's how combat works. That's
Okay.
one turn is 6 seconds. Top of initiative order. Audra.
No, Klaus, help him, please.
Okay.
What do you guys?
I have nothing.
I'm up. Death save.
Come on. Don't die on me now. 19.
Another success.
Okay. I run up to Ima and I try to kind of soothe him with my words,
Okay.
bringing him back from the brink of death.
I take
Okay. Okay. Interesting. This is interesting because you, as a bard, have an ability called Song of Rest that helps people
I
heal.
do but only during short rests.
Right.
So I take
But the
an hour.
concept still applies. So here's what I'm going to have you do.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll a spellcasting ability check
Okay.
because you are attempting to use the natural magics of your ability to speak and do magic in a way that is abnormal to their usage, but in line with what you can do. And so, as opposed to having you roll a medicine check, which is what I would normally have you do, I'm just going to have you roll a general charisma check.
Which would be funny doing medicine check on a big stone golem.
Yes.
Okay.
Please, Klaus, do something.
Just a charisma check.
Please.
Just a charisma check. That is a 10, and that will be 15.
All right, so what this will do is next time you make a death save, you will make it with advantage.
Nice.
Top of initiative order, Audra.
She just sits and starts crying. She can do
Cool.
nothing.
Cool. Ima, death save with advantage.
Success.
2 successes. Klaus, as you say this, the machinery that was running, Ima had shut down. And you do hear some things begin to whir. You see sparks on glyphs along his body that begin to glow faintly again. It is clear enough that whatever you did helped. And he is now...
Is he face down or face up?
He is face down because they were
Okay.
attacking him from the front and he fell forward.
Okay. I put my hand, the palm of my hand on his back, and I say, "You are a good servant. Stay alive for your king." And I just get up.
Cool.
I'm still unconscious, right?
Yes, you are unconscious but stable. And so what that will look like is at the end of the long rest, you will come back, we'll say fully healed, because technically you return to full health at the end of 4 hours, and you can take a long rest in 4 hours. So,
Nice.
all right, we're out of initiative order. What do you guys do now?
I look at Adra and I was like, I thought that you would be keeping watch.
I wanted to see what they would do. I don't know what these things are.
You speak to them. You rule over them. You do not wait for them to kill.
And Audra just starts crying on Ivan's body.
I don't do anything. I just kind of gather up my stuff and move to a different corner.
Okay.
After Klaus...
There's only one other corner and it's 15 feet away. You just
Move. I just literally pick
up all your rocks and bottles and all your other equipment and move it to a different corner that's 15. You just look across the room. It's like literally, it's very like it's hardly any further than you are from. Like it's just I can like, and it's literally just.
And this time,
15 feet away, and
this time I set up the bottles and the rocks a little closer to me.
He's just like, yeah.
Okay, fine. Then Adra will collect herself and grab the torch. Is still sitting on the thing. Okay, great. I'll keep watch again.
If you do that, you will not get a long rest.
How about, since I am the only one here that can see in the dark, how about we turn off the torch? We light off the torches and I do the watch, and I'll wake Ima up later.
Okay. That was him cutting out the fire.
Audra just takes her hand and sticks it in open flame. Audra, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Falls unconscious.
No. Wait, Constitution saving?
Yes, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my gosh. 19.
Okay. You take 2 points of fire damage.
Oh my gosh.
As you stick your hand in open flame and are like, oh no, that's hot. I still need to put it out.
You should have thought about that.
Successfully put out the torch.
What?
To be fair, this is Audra's first time outside of the compound. Like she's smart amongst her own people. We're learning on a steep curve here. Steep curve.
As I see her put her hand in the flame for the first time and take the 2 points of damage, can I reach over and just literally grab the fire and extinguish it in my hand because I have fire resistance?
Yes, sure. You see her do that, and
I literally just looking you straight in the eye, just grab the top of the torch and like light it off with my hand.
You can reduce that to 1 point of fire damage because he stopped you from doing it alone.
Steep curve.
Don't worry.
You take that other point of fire damage, but because you have resistance, it cuts out to nothing.
Take that, fire.
Klaus very intimidatingly just looks at you and grabs the torch. Does not like pat it out, just grabs it and extinguishes it by cutting it off from oxygen.
And I sit back down in my corner.
Cool. All right. Audra, what do you go to sleep? Do you take the rest of your rest?
Quick question. If I try to do cunning artisan,
You have bones.
Yeah, will that cut into my rest, or can I do both?
I will say that there is still technically half an hour in your watch, so you could, in theory, do that. What would you like to make?
Choices. I would like to make 1d4 darts.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4.
4!
Yeah!
There we go.
Yep. So you make 4 darts, so you can mark those in your inventory. I do believe you have proficiency with all simple weapons, so that includes darts, which means that'll be the same attack modifier as everything else you have, because it's a ranged weapon, so it's dex.
Perfect.
All right. Perception check from you.
Yes, sir. Can I get advantage because I see in the dark and other people don't?
Well, no. You, because you can see in the dark is the reason you have a straight roll while the torch is off.
Perception, yes?
Yes.
That will be a 12 or 13.
Okay, with the 13, your watch goes completely
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is not bothered. There we go. Unbothered, uninhibited. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
All
a
right.
word.
End of your watch, you were going to wake Ima up.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that about 3 or 4 hours would have passed because we're taking a long rest.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. So typically long rests are 8 to 10 hours long because you guys are a smaller party. I'm shortening that to 9 and saying that you can take 3-hour watches and still get your full rest.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab one of the stones that's by me and just throw it against Ima's head.
All right. I want you to. What's your passive perception actually?
I think it's 12.
Okay. I also need you to make an attack roll, Klaus, just to see if you can hit him.
Okay.
So that'll be. I'll have it be dexterity based.
Okay. That is a 19.
Yeah, that definitely hits you. Yep. So you get a rock to the head.
I go unconscious again.
No, you don't take damage.
Okay.
That was just to
It
hit
was
you.
like a pebble, a little bigger than a pebble.
Yeah, it's not gonna damage the rock being when a small rock is thrown at them.
Well, you threw a rock. I
It
was
was it was lobbed. You're not made of flesh. It would hurt him, but it won't hurt you because you're made of stone.
I throw it against his head and I say, Ima, 4 hours have passed. It's your time to take the watch.
Can I, if I wake up now, will it like interrupt the rest?
It will not interrupt your sentry's rest for the sake of switching watch.
Okay.
All right. Perception check for the rest of your watch.
Natural 1.
Never
Awesome.
a more peaceful moment. You just get 4 hours to space out and think. Wow. Those are some really interesting thoughts you're having.
Crushed monsters by falling on them. I should try that again.
Just body slamming monsters.
God.
Probably better than running up to them and trying to punch them in the face.
Just run at them. Just don't stop.
I was just going to juggernaut his way through everything now.
Amazing.
Sonic the Golem.
All right. So you guys complete your long rest.
So I get all my hit points back, correct?
Yes, you get all your hit points back. So you guys, you did take a long rest, right?
Yes.
And you also took a short rest the day before, right?
Theoretically, it was.
Did
about-
anybody expend hit dice on that short rest? No?
No.
No.
Okay. Then
They would have come back, right?
Yeah, but we.
well, so half of your hit dice come back, which is why I was asking, because at level 2, if you expend both of your hit dice, only one of them comes back.
I think we only used one if we used any.
Yeah. Yep.
I
So you
haven't
guys
used
should
any.
have full hit dice.
How long does his inspiration last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
It's gone.
That's
But I got my inspiration back now.
You should have several. You can use
I have
inspiration.
3.
Yeah.
I have 3.
I was going to say you have number equal to your charisma modifier.
So we get all of our hit points back, right?
Yes, all of your hit points back. You guys
All of our
fully,
spell slots.
fully rested, spell slots, all that stuff. Yep.
Coolio.
Nice.
All right. So y'all wake up the next morning after a very intense night.
Morning.
You wake up at the next time when you are conscious. You're like, we appear to be rested. We can be done being asleep now. It's the general consensus you get to.
We fought measly little velociraptors, and both of y'all went unconscious. Like,
To be fair, y'all had fought a bunch of things that day.
that's fair.
Yeah.
And I was mostly in the distance.
I did let them bite you. Sorry.
True. That's why I have trust issues.
All right. So, looking down at this hallway, there are still 3 places you have not explored. The opening on your far right, down at the end, there is a door on the far left, and then there are 2 openings to your left. The closest one to you is the place you came in through, but the one beyond that you have not explored yet.
So one opening, then the far left door, and far right.
Yes.
The little. This is Moody. Okay. The little things that the back does.
That is the second time you've done that. I track it every time because I'm like, that's hilarious.
Do we have a counter going?
We can. I can have someone go back and re-edit the first
really
episode.
like my job.
Because that was the first episode that you did that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mark Job, if you're listening, please don't expel all of us.
Please don't expel me before I graduate.
I'm only halfway done. I can find other things to do.
Okay.
I don't want to get deported. Yeah, let's keep going.
I'm gonna need to throw some compression on that part of the track.
Let's keep going. Yes.
The little things came out of the far right area. So maybe we go there first.
Well, lead the way.
You can see in the dark, correct?
No.
He's the
I look at you with like my hands unfolded. I am the only one who can see in the dark. Why do you think we turned off the torches? It's like turning into a half German, half British accent.
It's all right. My accent's all over the place. So.
Actually, yours has been very inconsistent.
Okay,
I was
good.
impressed.
We need some way to see in the dark, but he doesn't want to go first. I pick him up and use him like a torch, just like scanning ahead.
Amazing.
Can he do that?
Make a strength check.
Oh no. 4.
You cannot do that. You try. He is too heavy because you are a sorcerer with a strength of 10.
I just kind of slap his hands when I'm like, no touchy.
You can climb up on my shoulder and be our eyes, but you won't go in first.
Won't my horns then hit the ceiling?
It would hit my head first.
It would not hit the ceiling. The ceilings are 15 feet high. He's 8 feet tall. Unless you're going to manage to grow 3 feet, you will not hit the ceiling.
Or
Hold my beer.
even better. Wait, can we say beer? Is that
I don't know.
We'll find out.
We're already cutting so much of this out.
This one's going to air during winter break, so we're good.
There we go.
nice.
Sure. I'm gonna try to climb on his back.
Okay, go ahead and make a, let's have an athletics check from you.
Okay.
And then just an athletics check from you to
Can it not be-
hold him up.
Can I can I do an acrobatics check? And like
explain to me how you are getting up to make this an acrobatics check. I want you to narrate this to make me say acrobatics check.
I'm gonna have him try to kneel down, and with just one swoop little jump, I'm just gonna plop on his shoulders.
Okay, sure. Acrobatics check.
Woo! Let's go. That one was tilted. Frick! It's this is terrible. It's on a 20, but it's tilted. Whoop! It's 20.
No. If it's cocked, you re-roll it. I did it on an attack roll for you guys. I rolled
20.
Oh! Natural 20?
Natural 20.
Okay, yeah. With one. Well, hold on. What's your modifier?
+3.
Okay, yeah. I don't rule natural 20s as automatic successes for ability checks because even someone with a -3 intelligence is not going to be able to discern the arcane nature of this very strange magical thing on a natural 20 because they have a -3 to their intelligence. Anyway,
There.
with a +3, yes, you perform a wonderful, just casual leap onto his back, and you have landed. What did you roll for your athletics to hold him up?
5.
Oh, man.
Okay, so he lands on your back and you feel him underneath you creak a bit and like rise to meet where he was. And as you try to stand up, you cannot summon the strength to get any more vertical than the on all fours you are barely maintaining to hold him off the ground.
This'll do. I'll start crawling forward.
Oh my goodness.
You will be moving at 5 feet per turn.
No.
And Klaus is enjoying this immensely.
This works.
You are moving at a speed of less than 1 foot per second.
Question. If I light a torch, will I see just as far as our friend Klaus here in the dark?
No, you will not, because the torch sheds, I believe it sheds bright light for 10 feet and dim light for another 10. And he sees 60 feet.
Klaus, what if I stay camouflage, but I keep my weapons out? And you and me go ahead side by side. And if you see anything, I'll shoot it right away. I promise I won't let you get bit again.
Without even looking at you, I am just sitting on Iva's back and I say, nothing will get me to get off of here.
I'm going to push him off because we're wasting time.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. You make an athletics check to resist. It's just straight
Can I make an acrobatics check?
No, you
When
cannot
I
make an
see her-
acrobatics check to resist.
I am the only one who can see what's going on.
I don't think it'll matter.
That'll be 6.
I should have screamed that in the mic. Sorry.
Audra, who is not exactly the strongest individual, takes you just enough off guard to push you off of Ima. You don't take any falling damage because it's 5 feet, but you stumble off a little bit. And
I just
you
kind of
fall
fall on
the
my
ground.
one knee.
Now, let's go, King.
I get up, shake the dust off of myself, pick up my hat, put it back on, and I start walking.
And I will walk next to him, camouflage still to the stone, with my short bow out.
Cool.
I have just like a cloth that I had on me.
Okay.
Because I carry cloth on myself.
Of course you do.
With just a bag of rocks and an empty bottle of wine in my other hand.
Okay.
And I'm just walking.
Sounds good. So you're going to the opening through which the little things came. Yep.
Correct.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us this week. Moody&D streams live on XN Radio every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, and the podcast can be found on both Apple and Spotify starting the following Monday at 10 a.m. CST. If you missed part of our live episode or just want to listen to the episode again, we'd love to see you over there. You can also find us on Instagram at Moody_N_D. Again, that's the @ symbol, Moody_ the letter N_ and then the letter D. That's all for this week, friends. We love you, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.